Sorry guys, if you see me guys in comfy clothes, but I'm still going through my tubal reversal journey. So a lot of times you're gonna see me in shorts or just in comfortable clothes. So I want to apologize about that. I want to talk about the risk of getting your tubal reversal. I feel like the women that want a tubal reversal should get it done. I also think that if a woman has complaint about all these symptoms after right away after her tour reversal, not 3 4 years later, right away, something should be done to get it reversed, and $7,000, $10,000, $6,000 shouldn't all not come out of her pocket, because we are at no fault when we get it or tubal ligation done. We're at no fault of our own that these symptoms come up later on. But if you're looking for a tool reversal, it's because you already have a tubal ligation. So it's already too late to change your mind. It's already too late to tell my doctor, oh, I can't do this. My surgery or tubal ligation was done in December 2010, right after I had my daughter, my 9-year-old. Well, she's gonna be 9 in October. Um, I did it because I didn't think I was gonna find the right man, nor I thought I would have any more kids. I was wrong about that. Not only that, I did not know I was gonna have PTLS. Most of the women that wanted to be reverse done is because they want more children, and some of them do have PTLS symptoms, but their main reason is to have more babies. My main concern was my PTLS symptoms, my headaches, neck pain that I was having on the right side, mood swings, bad periods, and all that stuff that come with PTLS. But today I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about women that are thinking about getting a tubal reversal done. I think it's a great thing that you're thinking about that, but you cannot go into the surgery with some expectations that you shouldn't go into the surgery. You can't go into the surgery thinking like, oh, everything's gonna be 100% wonderful, then I'm gonna get pregnant right away. It's completely wrong for a woman to go into a tubal reversal surgery with that mentality. One, because it's a surgery where doctors that have many years of experience doing the surgery have high success rates. Perfectly fine. You're not going to go into surgery thinking like, oh, I'm not going to get pregnant right away. No, because everyone's different. But you also can't go into the surgery thinking that you are going to have everything completely turn out perfect. I've been in many support groups before my tubal reversal surgery, because I didn't know what doctor I was going to choose. I didn't know where I was going to go. I was completely at loss. So I had to do my own research, talk to other women that had this experience. And with me being in all these supports group, getting all this information, I've seen girls that get their tubal ligation done, tubal reversal ligation done, and they don't even conceive. And that has to be with a lot of things. There is risk with tubal ligation reversal, and that's why I want to talk about this. These are things that are in the doctor's website. So the list of things that are concerning that can happen with tubal ligation reversal is inability to get pregnant. So for most part, a lot of women that are going back to get their tubal reversal done are within 30 to 40 years old, because they got their tubal reversal done when they were like 22, 23. They got it in young, early age, and they regret it because they want to have more kids, because they found a better partner, or because they have been PTLS, or because they just got some of them are still married with the same husband, and they just got baby fever, and they just decided they want to have kids. um but like I said, being in the support group, I have noticed with when you are going to a good doctor, the chances are lower. They do their surgery so well because they have so much experience that their success rate is high. So um with that, I suggest that you do your research. You go to you find the wherever you live, out of the country or inside the country, what I suggest is that you go and do your research. And I always say this on my videos, and find the top doctors and do your research on those doctors. I personally, I was suggested a doctor by my doctor, but I had no information or have had no way on researching this doctor, so he was completely on my list right away. As soon as I know that he didn't have a website about tubal reversal, he didn't have any information, how many surgeries he's done, he was completely off my list. Um, Number two is infections. Um, with your incision, my suggestion with that worked for me is try to go as long as you can without taking a shower, but still please, still please, my camera's trying to turn off, still please, um take white baths. They sell some wipes in CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, that they are exactly for people who cannot take showers. You cannot take bath for a very long time after your surgery, so please don't do that. You're putting yourself at risk of getting infections. So just try to keep your incision um, dry as much as you can, and try to go as long as you can without taking a shower. By the first week, I was already done. I was like, I need to take a shower. So I didn't take a shower for 7 days, but I did clean myself. I did wipe myself down every day, twice a day sometimes, without going over my incision. So I will wipe everything without going over my incision. One day out of the week, when I wasn't taking a shower, I washed my hair just to make sure I was clean. I just and I would wash my face. My husband helped. Well, actually no, I did it two times in a week. I did it 2 days after surgery. I washed my hair, and then I did it 2 days again. So every 2 days I was washing my hair without getting my body into the shower, and my husband was helping me with that. And the rest of my body, I would just wash it with shower baby wipes. So keep your incision clean. And like I said in my other videos, with my incision, the doctor said it was okay to clean it with hydrogen peroxide, and that's what I did once or twice a day. And with a napkin, I would make it go dry. I would clean it until it dry, and then let it air dry, and then I put a surgical pad when I went to sleep, so it wouldn't rub on anything. Scarring of the fallopian tube, I read that there is a 6 to 12% that you can get scarring in your fallopian tube. So that is a really, really low percentage of women that will have scarring after tubal reversal, but it's still a possibility. The only thing I suggest with that is do your research. I have a video of the supplements that I took to reduce scar tissues while I'm still going through healing process, but in the first 2 weeks, I took all those supplements. I felt like it worked because my scar is only 3 weeks into after the surgery and is healed really, really nice. So it is doing a great job in the outside. Imagine what's doing it in the inside. So I took natural supplements to help scar tissues not form. And I did a lot of research on what I needed to drink, eat, but mainly what I did was natural supplements. Injury to nearby organs. That's something you cannot avoid. I say that the only thing that I can suggest again is look for the top doctors. These doctors have done many, many surgeries. They know exactly what they're doing, and do your research on those doctors. There's nothing you can do if the doctor touches you in a bad way inside and hurts your inside. There's absolutely nothing you can do. That's something you are gonna find out after surgery, and it takes up to 30 days to realize that there's no I personally, I know I don't have that because I'm pretty sure you will have pain or you will start feeling weird. But with that, there's nothing you can do. Just make sure you choose a good doctor and you do your research. Remember, this surgery is not cheap. It's a really expensive surgery, so you want to go to the top doctor. And even with going to the top notch doctor, there's still risk. They're human just like us. They do study. They do know what they're doing, but accidents always happen. It says anesthesia complications. I had that when but it wasn't bad. When I woke up from my surgery, I was so nauseous, and that's never happened to me before. I think it's because I couldn't eat or drink past midnight the day prior to surgery, and the first surgery was complicated. They took 4 hours with that lady, so by the time I got to them, I was kind of like hungry and kind of like a little bit dehydrated because they had issues. Um, they had issues with putting my IV. So the only thing that helped me get my nausea down, even though they gave me medication, was non-salt crackers. So my husband ran to Publix and he bought me non-salty crackers, and that helped me. Another thing that I want to talk about is the topic pregnancy. You have to know that on top of that, there is not a high chance, but there is a chance that you might not get pregnant after surgery. Miscarriages and ectopic pregnancies are common. You're gonna have to prepare yourself mentally for this. I see a lot of women that go to get their tubal reversal done, and I mean, I've been there. I've had miscarriages before, but it's just a normal process of the body. Sometimes your body rejects that baby. And it is really hard. It does affect me, but it doesn't stop me from living my life. So I do see a lot of women that go to get the tour reversal done, and they're posting pictures and of their pregnancy tests, and they're constantly like want to get pregnant and pushing themselves to get pregnant. But they don't forget the fact that before you go into the surgery, you have to prep yourself for miscarriages and ectopic pregnancies. And I've sat down my husband and I've told him, babe, I know you want a baby boy, but you have to get ready with me mentally to know that a miscarriage and ectopic pregnancy can happen, and a chance of never conceiving can happen. And he's like, I understand, my love. And he understands that. I understand that, and we have prepared ourselves mentally. Doesn't mean that if I get pregnant, I'm 6 months pregnant, God forbid, knock on wood, you know, that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna cry. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna be heartbroken. But I'm not gonna go on Facebook and post on some other group. Oh, if I see one more post that another woman getting pregnant and conceiving and having, I'm gonna get mad. I'm not gonna do that, because I have to be happy for another woman if she conceives. If she went and paid for her surgery and tried it. Not only that, sometimes you have to give your body time. Sometimes you have to do your research. There's many studies out there of neuropath doctors that would tell you how to conceive, that would tell you what can be an issue in your body that is not helping you conceive. So if one thing is not working, try another thing. If another thing is not working, try another thing. You cannot also, I know there's women that have used drugs, that use alcohol, and they conceive perfectly. They have no issues. But you remember, you have put your body through so much. Try to eat healthier. Try to look into natural supplements. Try to fix your issues before you give up. But don't wish bad on someone else. You have to go into this surgery knowing that there's risk after surgery and during surgery. All I can suggest is look for a great doctor, but still, there's certain things that is out of the doctor's control. You might be a 45-year-old woman that have great fertility, that have great eggs. Your husband has great sperm counts, and boom, you might conceive 4 or 5 kids. I've seen videos of women like that. Or you can be a 35-year-old woman that is going premenopause, because tubal ligation does cause premenopause, and the best chance of you getting your tubal ligation done to conceive was at 28 or 29 or 31. But now you are premenopause because of your tubal ligation, or just in general your body just was going into premenopause before that, and now you did your surgery. You have maybe an 8-month window to conceive, and you didn't conceive, and you lost your chance. There's so many facts that go into these surgeries and your body and your husband's body, but does not mean there's a solution for everything. There's in vitro, there's adoption. So going to the surgery thinking that you're going to do the best for you, pray to God, tell him to guide you, tell him to prep you mentally, prep yourself mentally, prep your husband, and just take everything one day at a time. Before my surgery, I had so much depression in my life, and I thought it was my situation, but it was my surgery. As soon as I woke up from the surgery, all that was gone. I've had a little bit of those symptoms, but they're mild. From 100, they went down to like 5%, and I can wake up and have a normal day. And even if I don't conceive, which I hope and I wish that it does happen, and I ask for God and I have the feeling it will happen, I still gotta thank God that I was able to get my tubal ligation reversal, and that I feel much, much healthier. That alone just gives me all the joy in the world, that I can be healthier for my family, for my husband and my kids. I can go out and have a good day. Even though I have MS, multiple sclerosis, and it's a little bit harder for me to recover, and it's a little bit harder for me to do certain things, I can now have some of those PTLS symptoms are gone, and now I can have somewhat of a more normal day. I'm only 3 weeks in. It takes up to 6 weeks, no, sorry, 6 months for your body to go back to normal, for you to see full results. Also, I've seen videos, notes, and messages and posts on different websites about women that they get their tubal reversal done and they got worse symptoms. So you have to be prepped for a whole bunch of possibilities. But I also think that it has to contribute to your lifestyle too. What are you eating? What are you doing to go and find natural organic supplements to try to help your body regulate again? What are you doing as a human being to try to get your body back to normal? So it has to be a lot of factors. These women is a really, really small percentage of women that go through this, but you have to know that these are possibilities that can happen. Do your research about what you call it, the risk of the tubal reversal surgery, and prep yourself mentally. Is not a cheap surgery. It's a really expensive surgery, so you have to make sure that what you're going to do is what you want. Um, just like there was risk when you got the tubal ligation, there's also risk for the tubal reversal. I didn't know about the risk of tubal ligation. The doctor did not tell me. I was too young and naive and stupid to do my research. But now that I'm more mature, now that I'm older, I do my research on everything. So do your research, look for top-notch doctors, make sure that that's where you want to go. Visit the office, talk to the nurses, make sure they're not giving you attitude, make sure they're making you feel comfortable, make sure they're answering all your questions. If you want any chance in your gut you feel this is not the place for you, listen to yourself. Look for someone else. Take your time. I've been trying to do my tubal reversal surgery for years. Years, I'm not lying to you. Had the money, had the appointment made, and I still didn't feel like it was the time. It took me about more than 5 years to get this surgery reversed. When I got it done in 2010, immediately I knew something was wrong. I had symptoms that were progressing with month to month. By the 2-year mark of my tubal ligation surgery, I knew I wanted to get it reversed. But I didn't know you could reverse it at the 2-year, but I knew that I had made a huge mistake. So take your time. If my only mistake was not saving the money for the reversal, that's my only mistake. But I'm also glad things happened the way it is, because I feel like I went to the best place that I can go for myself. So guys, I wish you the best. I just want to talk about the risk, because sometimes some people don't like doing the research, but there's this video you can just listen while you're driving. You don't even have to look at me. Listen while you're in bed. You don't have to see the video, just have to listen to it. But there's risk in tubal ligation reversal. I feel like the risks are very slim when you're going to the right doctor. But I wish you well. I prayed for all these women that are out there struggling to financially meet their goals for the surgery, that God finds a way for them to do this done, because it is horrible to live with PTLS. I wish you well, and if you have any questions, concern, let me know, and I will answer them on my next video.